Okay, in this station we will talk about the male urogenital triangle, and we will use this aid. Is an interesting, very nice drawn flashcard of the Netter's Atlas, and because this area it is a little bit difficult to demonstrate, we need sometimes to use the flashcards or the atlas, and sometimes the mannequins, and in another the cadaver itself. Okay, before we discuss the details of the male urogenital region, actually the male urogenital triangle is the area that is found in front of the line adjoining the two ischial tuberosities. Okay, now you are viewing the male urogenital triangle from below. This urogenital triangle, it is floored by this structure. It is called the urogenital diaphragm, and the urogenital diaphragm actually it is formed by a number of two muscles in male. This is a membranous urethra, and the muscles that form a circle around the urethra here, it is called the sphincter urethrae. Okay, the sphincter urethrae or the external urethral sphincter. And another muscle here, it is called the deep transverse perineal muscle. These two muscles together with other structure are enclosed by two layers of fascia. The one that is found above and below the muscles. Okay, above the muscle in the anatomical position, I mean, it is called the superficial or the superior layer of the pelvic or of the urogenital diaphragm. Superior layer of the urogenital diaphragm, and the other fascia that is found here, and we cut the fascia, and here it is a margin. It is called the inferior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm. Okay, then this is the urogenital diaphragm formed by these two muscles, and together with other structure are enclosed by two layers of fascia. Superior one, it is the superior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm, and the inferior is the inferior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm. The inferior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm is the thicker and more tough than the superior one, and it is also known as the perineal membrane. Then when we hear the description or the term perineal membrane, it is the same or analogous to the inferior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm. Then between the superior fascia and the inferior fascia, we have a space, and this space is called the deep perineal space or the deep perineal pouch. And then in this view, as we remove the perineal membrane, then we can visualize the contents of the deep perineal pouch. Okay, regarding the superficial perineal pouch, we can use this other image or a photo of the Netter's Atlas, and in this one you can find that this is the male external genitalia, right? This area here, it is the membranous or it is the fatty layer of the superficial fascia, and the other is the membranous layer. Okay, the extension from the membranous layer of the superficial fascia extends down to cover the urogenital triangle, and this layer that cover the urogenital triangle as an extension from the membranous layer, it is called the collis fascia. Okay, then the collis fascia will form the inferior boundary of the urogenital triangle. Okay, so the superficial perineal pouch, it is found between the collis fascia, which is the lower boundary or the lower fascia of the urogenital diaphragm and the perineal membrane. Okay, then in order to make it easy, it is like my 3 fingers here. The lower fascia here is the collis fascia. It is a continuation of the membranous layer of the anterior abdominal wall. It is called the scarbus fascia. And in between we have the perineal membrane, which is the inferior fascia of the pelvic diaphragm, and superiorly we have the superior fascia of the pelvic of the urogenital diaphragm. Okay, the space here between the superior and inferior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm, it is called the deep perineal pouch, and the space between the collis fascia and perineal membrane, it is called the superficial perineal pouch. Then this is the deep pouch and this is the superficial pouch. The contents, we will discuss the contents of the deep pouch, then we see the content of the superficial pouch. Okay, regarding the deep perineal pouch in males, we have firstly, this is the membranous urethra, and the membranous urethra is actually about 1.5 centimeter in length, and it is the shortest one, or the shortest part and least dilatable of the male urethra, and it continues as the penile urethra as it enters the bulbus or the corpus spongiosum. Surrounding the urethra, we have this sphincter urethrae, which is formed from striated muscle. It is a voluntary sphincter. Okay, it is also known as the external urethral sphincter. Then we have this transverse muscle that running from the side of the ischial ramus here and passes medially towards the midline here. This is the perineal body, and at which it decussate to the other side. This is called the deep transverse perineal muscle. Okay, on each side of the sphincter urethra here, or the membranous urethra, we have this gland. This is called the bulbourethral gland or Cooper's gland, and this gland actually contributes to small amount of the seminal fluid, and it opens by its layer or by its duct into the penile urethra. Then it is found in the deep perineal pouch, but its duct pierces the perineal membrane here in order to open into the penile urethra. Okay, in addition to these structures, the deep perineal pouch in male also contains this nerve and vessel. This is called the deep or the dorsal nerve of the penis, which is a continuation of the pudendal nerve, and together with the perineal vessels. Okay, this is called the perineal artery, and we have the perineal nerve, and these all for supply of the musculature of the deep perineal space. So this is about the deep perineal pouch, and let us discuss the superficial perineal pouch in the next coming minutes. Okay, now let us discuss the superficial urogenital or the superficial pouch of the urogenital triangle in male. Okay, the superficial pouch is actually the area that enclose this cut margin here. It is the collis fascia. Okay, that continues with the membranous layer as we said, and the deep one here is the perineal membrane. So the area in between them is the superficial pouch, and it contains the penis and other superficial perineal muscles that I will demonstrate it later. Okay, regarding the penis, it is formed by, this is called the root of the penis, and this is called the body of the penis. The area beyond the pubic bone here, it is the body, and here it is the root. And the root of the penis, it composed of two structures, the central One here it is the bulb of the penis, and on each side of the bulb here we have the corura or the crus of the penis. Okay, the bulb of the penis is extending forward to form what is known as the corpus spongiosum, and the each corura or each crus is extending forward to form the corpus cavernosus. Okay, the two corura blend here at the body to form the corpora cavernosa. Okay, this is called the corpora cavernosa, and this is called the corpus spongiosum. The corpus spongiosum has a distal dilated part here. It is called the glans penis, and the penile urethra traverse the whole length of this corpus spongiosum. The two corpora cavernosa are found dorsally on the penis, and the corpus spongiosum is found ventrally. Okay, and you can find this is called the foreskin or the prepuce of the penis, and it is attached by this frenulum to the glans penis and the external urethral meatus. This is the external opening. It is the external urethral meatus. The body of the penis here is covered by this is called the deep fascia or the buccal fascia, and this is superficial fascia, superficial or collis fascia. Regarding the muscular feature of this area, we have these the transverse or the superficial transverse perineal muscle that is attached here in the perineal membrane. On each side, the crus of the penis is covered by this muscle, and this muscle is called the ischiocavernosus muscle. And the bulb of the penis itself is covered by a muscle. It's called the bulbus spongiosus muscle. Okay, the bulbus spongiosus. So the superficial perineal muscles are the superficial transverse perineal muscle and the ischiocavernosus here on the crus of the penis, and the bulbus spongiosus on the bulb of the penis. Okay. Then these in general the features that we can demonstrate it at the flash by using the flashcard, and let us see what we can demonstrate at the cadaver. Okay, now we will demonstrate what we can see in the male urogenital area. To give you some orientation, this is the left half or the left hemipelvis. This is the symphysis pubis, and this is the coccyx here posteriorly. This is the pelvic cavity, as it is the viscera, and here we have the external genitalia of male. Okay. Sorry. When we discuss the superficial perineal pouch, we have said that it is an area that contains the sphincter urethrae and the deep transverse perineal muscle. Now the sphincter urethrae or the external urethral sphincter, it is the sphincter that found below the apex of the prostate. Okay. Now this is urinary bladder. This is the prostate with the prostatic urethra, and here this muscle on each side of the urethra here, it is the sphincter urethrae. And the sphincter urethrae together with the deep this muscle, okay, it is the deep transverse perineal muscle, and both are found here in the deep perineal pouch together with the part, okay, this part of the urethra that passes through the or below the apex of the bladder here, it is the membranous urethra. The course of membranous urethra, it passes downward here and then it enters into the bulbous spongiosum or the corpus spongiosum of the penis and traverse all its length in order to open here. This is external urethral orifice or the external urethral meatus. Okay, now this membrane, or this is the dorsal nerve of the penis. Okay, this is a branch of the duodenal nerve, and the membrane that found above it here, this is the perineal membrane. Here posteriorly between the anal canal, okay, and the root of the penis, we have the perineal body. Here the perineal body. Now, regarding the superficial perineal pouch, we have the external genitalia, and here is the penis. Okay, the penis has its root here behind the pubic bone, and beyond the pubic bone or in front we have the body of the penis. On the root we have the central area, it is called the pulp of the penis, and two lateral areas as we demonstrated in the mannequin or in the flashcard, it is called the crus of the penis. This pulp of the penis is covered by this muscle. Okay, this muscle covering the pulp of the penis, and this is called the bulbous spongiosum. Okay, this is the bulbous spongiosum. From the pulp of the penis we have this structure that passes on the ventral aspect of the penis. This is the corpus spongiosum muscle, or the corpus spongiosum. This is the corpus spongiosum, inside which we have this is the urethral orifice. Okay, this is the urethral or the penile urethra. On the dorsal aspect on each side we have this the corpus cavernosus. Okay, corpus cavernosus on the left side and on the right side. They are double in structure. The corpus spongiosum here distally form this dilated expanded part. This is the glans penis. Okay. Below the penis we have this scrotum, and inside the scrotum we have the testis, and the testis has its vas deferens here above and connected with the here is the epididymis connected to the vas deferens in order to convey the sperm into the prosthetic urethra. Okay, this is a general feature of the male external genitalia and some of the internal features that can be visualized at the cadaver. So this is the end of this long station.